Okay, we pick up day 3, Mesilas Yesharim. We are in the introduction. We have said 2 main points so far, and we will continue on that topic. So we said on day 1 was that the author of Mesilas Yesharim, the Ramchal, he discusses that his Sefer, Mesilas Yesharim, is all about things that are obvious to people. He's not going to teach us anything we don't know. Now we'll learn as we go through the Sefer. There are a lot of things we don't know, and we'll get to learn and become great because of it. But that's what he's saying. And he's saying the only way to really become great and to take the lessons from the Sefer is by doing chazara, by reviewing, by taking these points and learning them over and over again. And through that, we will become great. And then we said yesterday that there are a lot of things people are interested in, and people spend their time on the things they're interested in, whether it's math, science. Some people like learning Torah, some people learning halacha, other people like learning about sports, whatever it is. Every person has the things they're interested in. But we see that one thing that a lot of people do not spend time with is about how to become closer to Hashem, how to become a perfect person. The language Mesilas Yesharim uses very often is shleimus ha'avoda, to become a person that's shalem, to become whole, perfect. And he says, what does this constitute? Someone that works on his love of Hashem, his avas Hashem, and his yiras Hashem, and his devekus, his connection to Hashem. All these different things are ways to become a shalem person, to become a perfect person. But people do not spend time with them. So now we will continue as he goes through. So we're on v'lo b'bnei shehin devarim ela ikarim etzlam. So why is it that people don't spend time on this? And it's not because of these things not being important. Ki im tishal lahem, if you're going to ask these people, and by these people he means every one of us and everyone in the world, kol echad yomar, every single person would say if you ask them, shezuhi ha'ikr hagadol. So when you ask someone, you said, is it important to love Hashem? They'd say, for sure. Is it important to fear Hashem? For sure. We're Jews. We spend all of our time our whole lives are centered around the way we connect to Hashem. They're doing mitzvos, Shabbos, Kash, all these things. And they're all centered around loving and fearing Hashem. But yet, if you ask someone how much time do they spend thinking about these things, and if most people, if they're honest with themselves, would say not very much time, but they would say that it's important. And he continues and he says, Shelo yudma chacham sheyeh chacham be'emes shelo yizbaru etzlo kol hadvar ma'ila. Right, you're not going to find someone that's a smart person that he doesn't understand this is clear to him, all these things. Achma shelo yarbu ayin alav hu b'nei rov pirsum hadvarim upshitu sam etzlam. That they would say that most of these things, these ideas are pashut. They're very simple things, meaning avas Hashem, I love Hashem. We have all nowadays songs, every Jewish song is thank you Hashem, I love Hashem. We make it into something that's very simple. It's something that anyone can do. And we don't need to think about it and to learn about it and to spend time on it. These things aren't so important. And these aren't so hard to do. And he says, "V'lo yishar liman hadvar ma'ela v'krias asar mizeh amin, ki im etzel osam she'ein sichlam kol kach dak." Who spends time on these things? Simple people. You ask a very smart person, they say, "Oh, you want to talk about Avos Hashem? That's cute, but that's for the people that aren't as smart. I'm a smart guy. I want to go into more depth, into Sfarim that are deeper. That's the thing that I want to spend time on." So those are for that. The karov lios gas. And he's going to say that people that are like close to becoming crazy. Gas is crazy. What does that mean? Okay, a guy, he's losing it a little bit. Maybe he's going a little wild and he needs to control himself. So he's going to learn about Yiras Hashem and Avos Hashem. But me, I'm like a person who's very, very well, tame. My brain is working well. I don't need to spend time on this. She'ela tira osam shukadim al kol zeh v'lo yiz zudu mimenu. And he says that, so these people spend time on it, but I'm not gonna, this isn't me. Ad shelafi haminhag hanoag ba'olam kashetira echad mi sichasid lo suchal limana milachashad oso legasa secha. Until it became the minhag of the world. This is the minhag of the world. And this is the Ramchal writing this many years ago, but it's the same thing for us, even more so, all these years later. The minhag is the world is what does people do? People don't spend time on this. This isn't something we spend time on. We spend time, we learn when we're kids, we go to school, if we went to yeshiva, what do we learn in yeshiva? Okay, you learn Chumash class, and you have Navi class, you have Mishnah, you get a little bit older, you start learning Gemara. All these are all things that are very important, and these are what Judaism is standing on. But none of these things involve learning about how to become a shalim person, how to become someone that has true avas Hashem, true yiras Hashem. And I see it all the time with myself and people around me, where if you don't learn about something, you don't think about something, then as much as you could surround yourself with a certain environment and good things and good subjects, you're learning Gemara, which is great, you're learning about the Torah, which is great. But if you don't think about these specific things, if you don't like put yourself in a class, read a sefer, read a book about it, and it's not something that you're constantly surrounded by and learning to grow in, then it's not going to be something that you think about. You don't think about, like for me right now, I'll just give you a quick example as we sign off for today, is that I tutor a kid. I started tutoring a kid, actually. We learned Mesilas Yesharim. We learned together. And he needs a little bit of help in high school. So I'm teaching him history. So we're going through U.S. government right now. And I can tell you that I have not thought about the 1700s in America since I was in 9th grade. And now when I'm learning about this stuff, I don't remember the different Bill of Rights, what's in the Bill of Rights and what's in the amendments, because it's not something I ever thought about. It's not something I ever read about in the last 8 years. And the same thing is true with our relationship with Hashem, which is what we have to focus on when we learn the Sefer, is even putting 8 minutes a night into this will completely change who we are, because we're thinking about it and we're constantly reviewing it. And these are ideas that are very important for us to get close to Hashem, and hopefully we'll continue to do that as we go, step by step, little by little, but after a while it'll grow. Have a great night.